Hey guys, YouTube Warrior 100 here, and yeah, you can see I'm not in my room right now. Yeah, I got my brother sleeping in the room, so yeah, I gotta do a video out here. So yeah, I'm seeing now that we are at the end of Bad Wrestling Pay-Per-View month. How else can I end it? But by ruining, but what? Sorry, reviewing. I said ruining. Sorry, reviewing Heroes of Wrestling. Yeah, I watched the show last night, and yeah, what else can I say? This is horrible. This is the worst wrestling pay-per-view ever. You had a bunch of veterans out there who just were past their prime and could not do anything in the ring. So yeah, let me just get started with this. First match of the night was the Samoan SWAT team versus Marty, Jannetty, and Tommy Rogers. Oh man, yeah, this was horrible. This is one of the worst openers I've ever seen. This match started with both teams just kind of like taunting for the fans, trying to get the fans into it. Man, it was just boring wrestling between both of the teams. Yeah, and then yeah, Tommy Rogers got a double DDT on the Samoan SWAT team, and then Marty Jannetty got a double bulldog. Yeah, Marty Jannetty was wrestling in jean shorts like John Cena. And this was horrible. And believe it or not, this was the second best match of the night. And then at the end of this match, the Samoan SWAT team won. Yeah, I don't even know. I give that 3/4 of a star. Yeah, it was not very good at all. And next up, we had Greg the Hammer Valentine versus George Animal Steele. And this was so stupid. I mean, the referee actually told George Animal Steele that he needed to take his t-shirt off, and he took forever to do it. I mean, he just could not take it off. It was just kept being over his head, and he just could not pull it off. And Greg the Hammer Valentine kept attacking George Steele while he was just laying in the corner trying to pull off his shirt. Yeah, Sherry was out at ringside with George Animal Steele, by the way, and she was turning on him. George Animal Steele eventually did finally get his shirt off, and yeah, Sherry just kept helping Greg Valentine. She gave him the foreign object. I don't quite know what it was, but yeah, and he was nailing George Animal Steele with it. And at one point, he had it like tucked in his tights, and the camera actually did a close-up on his ass with the weapon inside. So what? Cameraman gay? Yeah. And yeah, like I said, this was just bad. I mean, it was not good at all. Neither one of these guys could wrestle anymore. But yeah, and at one point, George Animal Steele actually saw Sherry handing Greg Valentine the weapon, and he didn't even do anything about it. He just kept his, I think it was some sleeper he had on Greg Valentine. Could have been something else, but yeah. And then, yeah, end of this match, Greg Hammer Valentine wins. And yeah, it was so bad. I don't even have any star rating. I can't even rate this thing. This would probably even be under a dud. Just have his, yeah, I just have something down there like gay referee, stupid referee, gay cameraman, and yeah, just it's gonna have something with George's t-shirt down there too. So yeah. And then next up, we actually get the match of the night: Too Cold Scorpio versus Julio Fantastico. And yeah, Too Cold Scorpio, who actually came out with like a WCW World Championship belt. Yeah, and I don't even remember, was he ever WCW champion or whatever? Yeah, so I don't even understand why that happened. And yeah, this was match of the night right here, but even then, this really wasn't like that good. I mean, some people I guess could have enjoyed this thing. Yeah. I saw the 15 Revolutions review for this, and some of them actually enjoyed it. Yeah, but yeah, they said there were a bunch of botches, and there was a lot of botches. Yeah, and at one point, like Julio Fantastico, he like did a flip outside of the ring, holding onto the ropes, but his legs like hit Too Cold Scorpio's back, and so he just came back into the ring and did it again. Yeah. Yeah, and despite how bad the show was, Too Cold Scorpio, he really was not too bad, and yeah, he was like the only one who actually did an alright job here. You're the only good worker of the night. Yeah, but yeah, there was a lot of the camera like twisting. The camera was like doing a lot of this. Yeah, the camera was just like moving around like that a lot. And yeah, it was getting kind of annoying. Yeah, and so yeah. And there were a lot of botches in the match, as I said. And I forgot how it was, but yeah, in the end, Too Cold Scorpio did win the match. So yeah, I give it, I don't know, a star and a half maybe. Yeah, and that's the match. Yeah. And then after this, we got probably the worst match in wrestling history. The Bushwhackers versus Nikolai, Volkoff, and Iron Sheik. You know, I didn't think it was possible to have a match be even worse than Charmel versus Jenna Maraska, but you know what? I just found one. This match was a complete embarrassment and disgrace to professional wrestling. Yeah, I mean, all four of these guys sucked. I mean, the Bushwhackers were awful. Nikolai Volkoff was awful, and the only thing Iron Sheik really did was the camel clutch, and then he was awful in this match. Yeah. And you may remember back at my WrestleMania 5 review, I said the Bushwhackers match with the Fabulous Rougeaus was horrible, and it was mostly due to the Bushwhackers, not really the Rougeaus. The Bushwhackers were just horrible in the match, and they were just, yeah. I agree with what Chairmark629 said in the 15 Revolution review. They were awful in that match, and that was 10 years before this, and the Bushwhackers still sucked, alright? They couldn't even, like, do anything. They couldn't even do the double clothesline, they couldn't do shit in the match. And Nikolai Volkoff, early on in the match, he was stomping. I think it was Luke, might have been Butch, I don't know. And it looked so fake. Yeah, I mean Nikolai Volkoff just, yeah, he was horrible in the match. Actually, yeah, and this was just a complete disgrace and embarrassment to professional wrestling, as I said. And this was awful, awful, awful. Yeah. And yeah, all I have down there is like, fuck this match, fuck wrestling, and fuck this promotion. Yeah. And I'm not. Yeah, I agree with what Big Rat said in the review, 15 Revolution review. Yeah, with Jenna Charmel, I'm not really trying to come up with excuses of why it was bad, but yeah, they just don't have any training whatsoever, and they're not wrestlers. While these men are wrestlers, and they do have training, and they know how to wrestle. So, yeah. Alright, let me just move on. And next we got Tully Blanchard versus Stan Lane. And this was the most boring thing ever. I mean, this was just horrible, 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 so boring, blah, blah, blah. I was just ever going back and forth. So boring. Yeah, I can't even say much about the match, but yeah, the end just made it even worse. First, I mean, yeah, you had both guys like their shoulders down or something, and the referee was counting 1, 2, and it was like Tully Blanchard, I think, got his shoulder up and counted to 3. And then, yeah, the referee like Stan Lane won, but then he saw that Tully Blanchard's shoulder was up, so yeah, all just like that, he just says that Tully Blanchard was the winner or whatever. I don't even know how this happened or whatever, and that just didn't make any sense. All I have down there is like, I don't even know what I'm gonna put down there. It's probably something like no decision, but Blanchard wins? Question mark. Yeah. So yeah. Let me just move on. Next match was Abdullah the Butcher versus one-man gang. And yeah, let me just say, this wasn't announced as a no disqualification match, hardcore match, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, the referee was just allowing them to nail each other with weapons, and he just didn't do anything about it. And both of these guys were bleeding like crap in the match. And you know what happens? They both are outside the ring, and the referee counts them both out. So yeah, this was not an ODQ match. He let them nail each other with weapons, but he counts them out. What the fuck? Yeah, and then after the match was over, they continued to battle each other outside. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what to put down there. It's probably going to be something like no DQ but count out ? Yeah, it's going to be like something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so moving on. Next, we got Cowboy Bob Orton versus Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Oh man, I think I see where Randy Orton got the headlock and chinlock from. Yeah, I mean Cowboy Bob Orton, he had an arm lock on Jimmy Superfly Snuka for it seemed like forever and ever and ever. Yeah, and it was just really, really boring, and it took forever. And it just, yeah, as I said, it just went on forever and ever, and I can't even talk about this at all. And then in the end, Jimmy Snuka won. Yeah. I don't even know. It's probably also under a dud. It's gonna have words. Probably down there. It's gonna be like, I don't know. Screw Cowboy Infinite Arm Locks Bob Orton or something like that. So yeah. And next we got Jake the Snake Roberts versus Jim the Anvil Neidhart. And yeah, Jake was just drunk as crap in the match, and before the match we saw a pre-match interview with him where he was so drunk. And it was just, this was awful. Some people think it's funny. I didn't find it funny at all. Yeah, I just hated this promo with flaming passion. Yeah, and Jake was just drunk. This match, it wasn't even a match. Jake was just being drunk. I mean, he was on the outside having a woman feel his nipples or whatever, and then he eventually grabbed the snake, and he was using it like a dick, put it underneath his balls and making out with it, and it was just, it was painful and nauseous to watch. Yeah, it's probably just going to be something like, yeah, like, I don't know, drunk Jake equals nasty. Yeah, and then the main event was supposed to be Yokozuna versus King Kong Bundy, but yeah, because Jake was drunk, they couldn't do the Jake Neidhart match, so King Kong Bundy came out, then Yokozuna came out, and it was made a tag team match. And yeah, what can I say? It sucked, blah blah blah. And yeah, in the end, and Bundy and Jim Neidhart won. Yeah. Not going to be any ratings on there because it was just so disgusting with drunk Jake and all that other crap. So yeah, it's just a bunch of question marks down there. Yeah, overall, in the description box, in the overall, it's probably just gonna be like, fuck wrestling, fuck this promotion, fuck Heroes of Wrestling, fuck the producers of this, and fuck this promotion out of 10. Yeah, it would probably be if I a negative 10 out of 10. Yeah. So yeah, this is just a horrible show to watch. TNA should have watched this before they made Hardcore Justice. This in 2010. And that commentator, Randy Rosenblum, oh my god, he was awful. He is the worst wrestling commentator I have ever heard. He just truly sucks at commentary. Yeah, I mean, and he does not know what moves are called, because throughout the night he kept calling drop kicks, leg kicks. He just kept saying leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, drop kick. They're called drop kicks, you moron. Gosh. Yeah, Randy Rosenblum, he truly sucked on commentary. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I highly recommend that you do not watch this show. Yeah, but Big Rat in the review, he said that if anyone who watches the show by themselves wouldn't last, well, I did watch it by myself and I did last, so I proved you wrong, Big Rat. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I have to say about this show. This is probably the worst wrestling show ever, and I don't think a show will be worse than this ever. But yeah, that's it for my review of Heroes of Wrestling, and yeah, so thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone for watching Bad Wrestling Pay-Per-View Month. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.